if I was asked to say, what is the one stumbling block that most leaders fail on in terms of managing the process, it is not being clear on the distribution of roles within their meeting. And clearly, we think there are at least 5 significant roles in any properly run meeting. We've actually discovered a new one in the virtual world of the Zoom land. But we would say there's the most important role in any meeting is, and this is like OMG moment, is participant. The most important. In other words, if you can't generate participation, you should really consider sending out the email, as Jake said earlier. If you can't generate engagement, if you can't make it owned by the participants, then really genuinely consider the email. Now, the second, we say there's 3 other major roles. One is the leader. We say the leader is responsible for ultimately managing the decision process. That's a content. By contrast, how we get to that decision or share that information is a process. And so in a very, very well-run meeting and in a complex meeting, we suggest that the role of leader would be different than the role of facilitator. That is to say, if the leader is more than, and maybe, and this sounds really, it's hard to get, more than 30% invested in the outcome, they should consider having someone other than they be responsible for the process. Now, it's a skilled role. Yeah. And then, of course, we think we should have a timekeeper, perhaps, and that it would be really good for the leader and the facilitator to share responsibility for time with the participants. And we do think it's pretty important to be recording what people are saying. And that's another way that people's input seems to gain value by being either physically recorded or manually recorded, digitally recorded or manually recorded. In the digital age, we've discovered that in a complex meeting, you might consider having a producer as a 5th role.